I'm Nicholas Burns, and this is a way to take a simple fill and make it more interesting by bringing in more voices of the kit and even some unison strokes. And by unison strokes, what I mean is anytime you play two or more voices of the kit at the same time, so it's a non-linear beat. Here's a simple 8-stroke roll fill that I will play. I'll play one bar of a groove, two more beats of that groove, and then I'll play the fill and then back into the groove, and you can just hear it's all on the snare drum. A very simple fill, just 8 strokes in a row on the snare drum, and all I want to do without making that fill more difficult is make it a little bit more interesting sounding by working in different voices on the kit. So here's what I thought of. Instead of playing the first 4 notes on the snare drum, I'm going to play floor, snare, rack, hat. And the second 4 notes of that fill, instead of playing them all on the snare drum, I'm going to play kick, unison, which is going to be the ride cymbal and the snare drum at the same time, another kick, and then another snare. So here's the whole fill. And here it is worked into a groove. There it is. It's basically the same sticking, except for that one unison note and the incorporation of the kick drum, but it's taking an otherwise simple fill and making it a little bit more interesting. I have another fill very similar to that, but in this case, it's a 12-note fill because it's 16th note triplets. So instead of playing 1 E and a 2 E and a, it's going to be triplet, 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 triplet. So 12 notes total, same idea, moving the hands in a similar fashion around the kit without playing a difficult pattern, but something that involves a lot of different sounds, so it'll just naturally sound more interesting. So here's the fill alone. And here's the fill worked into a groove. So there it is, taking a very simple fill like a single stroke roll and making it sound more interesting by bringing in more voices and maybe some nonlinear components like the unisons.